thank you so much for joining us here on Hot 93.3. You are just like beautiful inside and
Oh,
out. I love your energy. I just had to let you know that before we started. Um,
thanks.
the first question I want to ask you is, who are the Sluts and where do I sign up?
I don't know who came up with it, but it was really smart, I thought. And they're just people who want to support me, who are about that life, and
Right.
you are welcome. Boom.
So let's talk about your new single that you just put out, Talk About Love.
Mhm.
I saw the video. I'm like, this
Yeah.
girl is just multi-talented. You dance, you help to direct it. Like, what was that process like in the midst of quarantine world, in the pandemic
It
world?
was super fun. And I think as I grow older, I'm turning 24 this year. Oh gosh.
Girl,
In
you're
my
old.
heart, in my head, I'm like still a teenager. I don't know where the time went.
Right.
But with growing up, I think I also gained a lot of confidence, and I've seen people work, and I realized that I can do more than I think. I think this goes for everybody.
Mhm.
So if you just allow yourself to be put in situations where you have, the power of deciding what it should look like and how it should be, then I think it's possible. Like I could do that. So I was also really inspired because I watched so many movies and so many series last year, and especially for women in directing, like I haven't seen too many of them. I try to actively look out for people who are really good, who are women, but I would just love to see more of that. And if I can do it myself, then it just feels like I have even more power of the art that I'm doing. So just to be involved, it's way more fun to look at something and know like I was a part of doing that, and I'm really proud.
And you're like, I did that. That was
That's
all me
right.
right there. I
Yes.
love it. So how did the collaboration with Young Thug come about? How did that happen?
I always knew that I wanted to have someone on the song.
Mhm.
I just thought it was a duet or a feature. Someone suggested Young Thug, and I thought it was great because it really sounds like something he could be on. And now when I heard his verse, I just thought he was what I missed that I didn't know I was missing. Yeah, I think it was just such a great collab. I haven't met him yet. We just talked like online. Yeah, I just saw the live link, like
Uh-huh.
looking at it from where he was shooting it in Atlanta. But technology and Corona, at least
I
it
love
worked
that.
out. But it
Right.
was great.
You would have never guessed it because it blended so well.
Yeah, I
And to
think
the
so.
point of him maintaining his integrity and your song maintaining the integrity of the
Mhm.
song. But I think the beauty of you as an artist is that you're able to like adapt to different sounds.
Yeah.
And I love that about you. And so the week that you put this song out, your last album, So Good, went platinum.
I know, isn't that
What did that
crazy?
feel like for you?
It was perfect timing. For me,
Right?
I was like, I can't actually believe I have a platinum album in the US. Like that is huge. That is such a huge milestone for me. And I just hope that it's not the last one, but it was, I don't know. I just didn't expect it. I really didn't.
You're right that it's perfect timing because it's like
Yeah.
I believe in the universe, and I feel like that was an
Yeah.
affirmation for what's to come. You're about to put out an album in March. Poster
Yeah.
Girl is Talk About Love, a taste of what we can expect of the entire album. Is there more? Like, talk to me about the album. I want to
Yeah.
know because it's been a long
Um,
time coming, girl. You've been
been
talking
a
about
long
this album.
I know it's been a really long time, but I would say that actually, not really. This song isn't really what the whole album is like. If anything, Talk About Love is kind of like it's very pop, it's very fun, it's quite energetic, and it doesn't feel like a sad album at all, which I think is quite necessary for these times. Or just, there's songs that you could lay in your bed to listen to.
Mhm.
There's songs that you might want to listen to while you roll your windows down and like look at the sunset with your friends. And there are songs that you want to hear in the club. And
Right.
there's a good variety of songs, definitely. And I wouldn't say that Talk About Love represents the sound of it all. And I think there's something for everyone in there.
Now,
of
because
just the
this
songs.
album, obviously you were working on it through the pandemic, so things got pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
You've been working on it for so long that things might have changed, songs might have gotten rearranged. I mean, I don't really know that process on the back end,
Yeah.
but did that add to the pressure of the moment when you were like, okay, it's ready. I'm dropping my hands. Here it is.
Um, yeah, that's the hardest part for me,
Yeah.
to just accept that it's like, well,
Done.
you got to do it or you don't. Because I've been pushing it now for, I mean, COVID wasn't even the one reason why it got pushed. It got pushed before that, and it got pushed before that, and it got pushed before that because I wasn't happy. I was just like striving for perfection. And sometimes I think perfection is good, but sometimes it could also stop you from doing things because you just want everything to be perfect and you can't achieve perfection. Like it's not really a thing. So I just had to stop myself in my boots and say like, I'm proud of this. And if I wait any long, like what's the point?
Right.
I want my songs out, and this is not gonna be my last album. Right after this, I will continue to release music and I will do way more, and we're gonna be on a roll. Like I'm just
Yeah.
ready. So
And more
at one
importantly, we
point,
need it. We want it. We've been waiting
yeah,
for it. So we're excited about it. Poster
yeah,
Girl,
really
where did that
excited.
name come from? Tell us.
Well, it's a title track, so it's in there in the album, and I just thought it was really cute and cool because also I could kind of picture the cover in front of me, which turned out to be me laying on the bed while having myself in
Yep.
the background. The whole shot is quite glamorous, but I am definitely just normal Zara. This is way more glammed up than what I usually look like, and I don't even look that glammed. I'm wearing like a onesie and my hair is tied up, but I look like a little piece of trash when I when I'm not on stage. It's
That's a
true.
lie.
When I don't have anywhere to go, I think we're all just in sweatpants and like hair up.
Right.
But then I have this other side of me, which is very glamorous and very glittery and very much like entertainer, putting it on, having a good
Mhm.
time. And I think that both represents me really well. I don't know what I would love to be a poster girl for. Maybe good music. Be a poster girl for. I would love to talk even more about like equality,
Mm.
women's rights,
I
LGBTQ.
love that
Yeah,
because you've left this. First of all, I think everybody can relate to that, right? Like, I think
yeah, yeah.
we all have our days where we're
100%. We're
bugging, we all have our days,
complex.
yeah.
Yeah,
We all have things that we believe in, and so that leaves it up to interpretation, and that's proof of a true artist, right? Like that you're creating your art so that other people can interpret it and feel connected to it, and I think
yeah.
that that's beautiful. Now,
Thank you.
who else is collaborating on this album? Is it a secret? Can you tell me?
No, actually, it was going to be like an album with no collabs, but then I really want to talk about love, to be honest. So, Young Thug Sabrina's on it because Wow's going to be on it,
Mhm.
and that's super fun. She was so good to work with, and I also would love to do more with women, with girls, because
Mhm.
there's so many amazing girls out there. And I think sometimes when you do a song and you're like, oh, it's about love, and it's like the guy and a girl, and I don't think it has to be like that.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I would love to do more with women in music.
But I also love, I mean, the single Talk About Love, it also has a
Mhm,
feminist kind of spin to it
mhm.
because you're the one talking about not wanting to leave that phase,
Right.
right? Like you're the one saying, nope, I don't want to take it to the next level. Pump your brakes. When it's
Right.
usually the guy, right? That's what we
Uh,
usually see. So like you kind
that's
of
true.
embody that
Yeah.
feminism in you. And I heard you talking in an interview in 2017 about, I'm kind of veering off real quick.
No, 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 you
Uh,
go. I do that all the time.
about you were part of the Women's March in 2017.
Yes, of
You said
course.
that,
I just saw that was 4 years ago today. It
crazy.
popped up as a memory. I know. Isn't that crazy?
So you were saying that you realize that you're not American per se, but like that still affects. You're still part of the revolution. Still want to
Of
be part
course.
of that revolution.
Yeah.
Did you feel any way when Kamala Harris was named or sworn in as VP? Did that affect you in that way as well?
I think it's so inspiring for anyone to see
Mhm.
because sometimes I do get comments when I um share my opinions on the US political system, because first of all, I spent a lot of time there, and also it's a very influential country.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever happens there will affect the rest of the world, whether we wanted to or not.
Right.
So seeing a woman being the vice president is very powerful for all the girls who are in school right now, or who are
Yep.
dreaming of a career in politics, or who, I don't know, would just look at the vice president and see that it's a woman, and knowing that it's possible.
Mhm.
Representation matters.
For sure.
We've been saying that, and it's true. How are you supposed to aim for something or wish for something that you can't see?
Right.
So by her being there, and hopefully, maybe she'll be the next president even,
Mm-hmm.
and just seeing women in these male dominated fields, that goes back to the music industry as well. There's so many talented women out there on stage, but I would just love to see more women in the producer chair, or in the chair like of the CEO. It's quite rare to be signed to a label that I'm signed to Epic, that has, a Black woman running it. She's
Mm-hmm.
the boss. And that's too rare. And it shouldn't be that. It
Right.
shouldn't be rare.
Right.
But I do feel like it's changing, and it will affect everyone all over the world. It made me really happy seeing that.
Oh, well, you also embody that, with what you do with your art, the way that you put it out there, the way that you're so unapologetic on social media. I'm like, did your parents see what you post? What do they say?
No, they're very encouraging. I've always been taught to speak my mind.
Yes.
Luckily, we did have, I was a bad teenager, but they did taught me to stand up for myself. And I think there's a difference in like talking back and asking questions, because I always want to know, like, why is this, or like,
Mhm.
why debating and arguing. It didn't benefit my parents when I was a teenager, but it did benefit me later on in life.
Yes, in the long
Yeah.
run, that's what counts.
Yeah.
Now you're inquisitive. Now you don't take
Yeah.
SHIT from
Uh-huh.
anybody. I love it. Um, the song. I want to go back to the song and what it's about. Does that
Yes.
come from a real situation? Was that
I
inspired from a
I
real?
have been in that situation, definitely. And we had a great time. We even went like on a trip together. We did like really cute. We were like, okay, this is, I felt like he wanted to talk. He wanted to do the talk. And
Yeah.
I really didn't want to do the talk, because I feel like, honestly, for me, I always say this, but when you're with someone
Mm,
and you think to yourself, I don't want a relationship, I think the with you part is the silent part, because in general, I'm quite bad at casually dating. Like, sometimes I'm the person who's like, okay, cool, I really like you. So, like, when are we having kids? Like, what are we getting married? You know
zero
what I
to
mean?
100. So it's just not that
That
person wasn't right for you. That's usually what it means.
wasn't, and it was
Mhm.
cute, and we had fun. And whenever he tried, I was like, shh,
Yeah.
shh.
Let's not go there.
Then let's just enjoy it. Let's just have fun.
Yeah.
But then, I met my boyfriend, and it was like,
This
no,
is
but I really want you, and I want only you.
right.
And we have chemistry, and it's just different. So I do encourage to talk about love, really, even if you just agree on not talking about it,
Mhm.
and like, okay, we don't have to mention, what we're doing when we're not with each other. Like, we don't have to talk about it, but like, at least like we're on the same page of things, or like we can just enjoy each other's company. It doesn't have to be serious. But it gets weird when one person thinks it's really serious and the other one's like so far away from that.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah.
For sure. Been there, girl. Been there.
Yep.
Um, okay, real quick, because I know we have to wrap up, but the first single you released, Uncover, beautiful
Mm,
ballad.
thank
How
you.
have you evolved? Like, how are you different today than the 15-year-old who released that song?
Oh wow. In so many ways. It's almost 10 years ago. In 2 years, it'll be 10 years ago. What? Where does time? I just don't understand. But I'm a grown woman. Like, I just know myself better. I have or I know what I don't want.
More
And I have a
important,
sense
right?
of self-confidence that I think you just gain from experience, knowing how to deal with people in like a good way, knowing who to trust, who not to trust, knowing what people actually mean when they say certain things.
Mhm.
And just being, like I said with the video, just being in control more of, because when I was young, I always knew what I wanted to do, which is being an artist, but it was like, put me on a stage and I'm happy. I
Right.
just want to entertain. I didn't start off writing songs. I didn't start off like not really caring about that. I was just like, I want to entertain people. I want to be on stage. Just whatever goes on here,
Mhm.
cool. But it's just, I don't know, you know? So growing from that into like a writer and someone who is just more on hands with everything just
Direct
makes
her
it,
own video.
yeah, it just makes it so much more fun. And doing that also makes you grow even more. So then you, I don't know, like look at my idol Beyonce. She's done with the charts and all that now. She's on to bigger things to represent like what she stands for and what she want to talk about. I'm so far from that. You know, I would still still love the charts. Please, put me on top. But I think once you reach that point, it's about more than just commercial success.
Right. And it's a journey ultimately.
It really is, and that's the fun part about it.
And we're excited. We're all excited to watch you continue to grow. Excited for this new album you have coming out March 5th, Poster Girl. The single is out now, Talk About Love, featuring Young Thug. Great video. You're an amazing dancer. Didn't even know it. But thank you so much for being with us, Zara. You're awesome. And I almost wanted to ask you to crack your ear for me real quick because I saw you on
Can I
TikTok.
do that? Can I do that?
Huh?
Okay. Will you hear this? Wait, let me take off my earrings. Will you hear it if I do? Hey, let
Was
me
that
hear.
it?
Did you hear? It wasn't really a crack, but what about this? Wait.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Did you hear that?
You are a girl of many talents, okay? Wow. You heard it here live. She cracked her ear.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zara. You're awesome.
Thank you for having me. It was so good. Good chat.
Yes. Women power.
All right. Take care.
Bye, baby.